Hello YouTube. In this video we are going to discuss something that is more related to psychology than actual lifting, but I think is important to put out there. And it's going to be how your childhood and the experience you had when you were a kid is going to have an influence on your bodybuilding career or on your lifting journey. From what I've noticed with people, usually people who used to be chubby, who used to be fat kids, strive towards a very striated and shredded physique when they get older. And kids like me who are very small tend to want to achieve a more muscular and massive physique. Why it's so interesting is that, in a sense, these characteristics are going to help you create a more suited training regimen for yourself. Why? Because they are also going to be related to the type of training that you should be doing, the type of diet you should be following. If you are into pure bodybuilding, of course. If you're into other sports, it's a different story. But, and I think it's something that eventually can lead to some problems, because as a lifter, you're going to encounter some muscle dysmorphia at a point or the other. Meaning that you are not going to be seeing yourself for what you truly are. Your mind is going to play games on you, and for some people it can be really debilitating and hurt your mental health. So, because you're going to pursue that certain thing that you lacked during your childhood, you might go to the extreme. You might go overboard. You might, if you used to be fat, you might over diet. You might be over focused on what you eat. You might under eat. You might starve yourself. If you're someone like me who always wanted to be big, you might over diet. You might overeat. You might be unhealthy. I used to be. So I make this video to make sure that you keep in mind where you come from. Why are you doing that? There's always a reason. We always have a reason. But if that reason is very personal and linked to your past, make sure that it stays healthy. It stays a healthy pursuit. The second thing I want to talk about in this video is how personality affects the type of training that you're going to follow. Because if childhood experience is going to affect your body goals, I believe that the type of person you are is going to make the type of training you should be doing widely different. For someone like me, who is very serious and who is very industrial, I like high volume, I like long training sessions, because I can just lose myself in the task and I don't mind training for 3 hours. And I always found too that type of training is what gave me the best results. For other people who are more active, more dynamic, high intensity might be better. You might want to spend only an hour and a half in the gym and then be gone. You might need to reduce the volume a bit and be more aggressive with your weight selection, and you might get better gains from that. And it's sort of, it goes beyond bro science to say something like this, but it's always interesting to me to see how personality types, once you manage to match with the type of training that makes you feel at home and at ease, it always seems to be the type of training that makes you achieve the most. It gives you the best gains. And in a sense, you could say that it's just because you like the training, so you're more enthusiastic, and therefore you are going to be more aggressive towards training hard, and you're going to be more consistent. I believe that's true, but I also think there's something else going on. There's more correlation going on. I think there are studies that show that certain personality types can be tested for certain training regimen, and once you make these people go on those training regimens, they always do amazing. It's a thing I've noticed with myself and with other people. So what does that mean for you? It means that you should listen to your instinct when a type of training feels good. Even if it's not the new fade, even if it's not what is the most scientifically beneficial for you, if it matches with who you are, then keep doing it. It might sound strange for some people who watch that video because they would think, well, that's a given, but there are a lot of people who succumb to the sirens of the new thing, the new hype, the new training that's going to make you blow up. And they lose sight of who they are and they lose sight of why they started in the first place. So that's what I want to convey with this video. You are doing this for yourself. You're building a body for yourself. So do what you want. Disregard what other people say. Stay in touch with the teenager that started lifting for X or Y reason. Stay in touch with who you are as a person. There's no shame in being very serious or very aloof. Embrace that. Do the training that works for you, and you will make amazing gains. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.